Well, well, well. So, some of you in the comment section yesterday made me aware of something, dear, and I had to go check and see for myself, and it was true. I'm talking about Marjorie. Marjorie Taylor Greene has been reposting my content on her page on Instagram. Yes, dear. Now, I just want to preface this video by saying I wouldn't trust Marjorie for anything in the world. It takes action for you to win back respect from me. But for all of you out there who think that you're screaming into the void every day and nobody is listening to you and it does no good to continue to speak truth to power, I want to say something to you. Keep trying, because it does work. I'm not talking about Marjorie here, dear. I'm not talking about Marjorie. I'm talking about my own personal experience. When I started this journey a year ago, on TikTok is where I first started. I never thought in a million years that I would convince any one of them to put the Kool-Aid down. And to my surprise, hundreds of individuals have reached out to me over the last year, particularly after November, dear, when people really started listening to the things that I was saying. I had to put the drawl on harder. I had to make it funny, which, by the way, Mark Twain said this back in the day. If you want people to hear the truth, you've got to make it funny. I don't think truer words have ever been spoken or written, baby. So I started crafting my content in a more humorous manner. I get letters, I get emails, I get gifts, I get phone calls from individuals who drink that Kool-Aid for 10 years and finally put it down because they finally started listening to the things that I had to say. It works. There's some that you will never get to put the Kool-Aid down, ever. And we don't care about those. No. They choose to live that way. That's their choice. And I believe you have the right to choose how you live. So if you want to live in a delusion, that's your choice. If you want your life to be a lie, that's your choice. Keep telling the truth. It works, honey. But something I've learned about the truth, what makes it work the best, is not just to bombard them with facts. You got to cut a joke or two, and you got to make it personal to you. The pieces of my content that directly flipped a Kool-Aid drinker were the times that I got on here and I told parts of my personal story, my life experience that people could relate to, no matter what their politics might be. We have more in common today than we have in differences, honey. You got to tap into that. You got to make it human. You got to make those facts human. The fact that Marjorie, someone who I shred to pieces almost daily, baby, I have drugged that woman up and down the twatter streets. I have drugged her. I have basically curb stomped that hoe on more than one occasion. And to know that she started actually listening to me and then reposting the things that I was saying to her own viewers just lets you know that there is a way to break through to these people today. It's about being human. It's about being human. Letting them know you're not as different as you think you are. You're more like me than you could possibly believe. Sometimes you have to rip open your wounds and bare yourself for the world to see, just so they will fucking see and hear you. It's safe to say that on these social media apps, I have ripped open those wounds more than once. It's important to share your story. It reminds those people over there, not only are you human, but they are human too. So, thanks for listening, Marjorie. Thanks for listening.